On Wednesdays, we're going to talk about team leadership, and here's the thought I want to pass your way. You probably heard it before. I read it again last night, and I was in a group with some other guys, and just talking about business and personal growth, and here it is. It's we often judge people by their actions and ourselves by our intentions. We often judge people by their actions, but ourselves by our intentions. And I might even add, we don't judge ourselves simply by our intentions. We judge ourselves by our good intentions. Our bad intentions, we throw out the window. Our bad actions, we overlay and we filter through our good intentions. And we know what we were intending to do by taking that action. But even if the action didn't turn out how we would have liked it to, our good intention hits our brain and filters that way. So I want us to think about this in regards to team leadership. And let me just kind of further this. I was listening to Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And it was perfect timing. He was talking about this very topic. And he was relating the story of Two-Gun Crowley. This guy was a killer in New York. And there was a huge manhunt, the biggest manhunt at the time in the 1930s for this man. And they had him trapped, and it was this gun battle with, I think, over 150 officers where they're shooting at him. Well, this guy, he's getting shot up. He's shooting back at the officers. And in this moment, he's writing kind of this last note just to kind of say, his farewell. And this is what it said. It says, let me find it here. To whom it may concern, as he wrote from the blood flowing from his wounds of a crimson trail on the paper, in his letter, Crowley said, under my coat is a weary heart, but a kind one that would do nobody any harm. Get this. Under my coat is a weary heart, but a kind one that would do nobody any harm. This is the same man that was in his car, and he was with his girlfriend, and an officer stopped by to see what they're doing on the side of the road. And he pulled out a gun, shot the officer, shot him multiple times, gets out of his car, takes the officer's own gun and shoots him with it again. This is the heart that would do no harm. No harm. You see how our good intentions, we filter our actions through our good intentions. He said, my heart would do nobody any harm, yet there was evidence that he had done much harm. How about this one? Guess who this came from? I have spent the best years of my life giving people the lighter pleasures, helping them have a good time, and all I get is abuse. This is the existence of a hunted man. You want to know who said that? Al Capone said that. Al Capone, one of America's most notorious public enemies, regarded himself as a public benefactor, almost this great Robin Hood to the community that just help people out. I'm bringing them goods and services. No, not to mention they're illegal, right? So what does this have to do with team leadership? Well, I just want to make the point that we all do this, okay? And you're not a criminal, I'm not saying that, but criminals on up to the best among us, we have this condition where we judge people by their actions, but we only judge ourselves by our intentions and by our good intentions. And so when you think about this in regards to team leadership, I want you to have mercy for your team is really what I'm asking you to do today in a nutshell, is have mercy. Extend some grace to your team members, because every single day your team members, they are making decisions, and they're making the best decision they believe is possible with the situation that they find themselves in. They believe they're making the best decision. And sometimes those decisions or those actions that they take end up going really bad. And if they try to explain their good intention to you, you tell them, why are you making excuses? Quit making excuses and get the job done, right? But in reality, they're just trying to share with you their good intention. And we say things like, why? Why did you do that? Why did you make that decision? Those nagging gremlins that can be in our mind, they arise in that moment, and they think, you're just after me, right? You're trying to sabotage me. You're trying to get me fired from my leadership position so you can have my job, or you just don't like my company or my business, and you're mad at me, or you don't like me, so you're trying to sabotage me. And those thoughts begin to just attack us and stress us out and overwhelm us, when it's really unnecessary to think that or to go in that direction. And I want to give you a question to ask the next time you find yourself in this situation. I'm kind of closing with this. The next question I want you to ask, don't ask them why. Don't say, why did you make that decision? Maybe let's put up a scenario. Maybe you that you have a lower level person that was excited in the moment. They sent out a mass email to everybody in your database about a new product that you have, and they think, man, I'm really going to sell this product, and we're going to have a great end of the year. And they put this mass email out. You have a bunch of people unsubscribe. It's considered spam. It's not well worded. It's annoying. It's comes right after another email that you already had planned that this person didn't know about. You know the drill. They messed up big time. Instead of saying, why did you do that? Where they start to explain, I want, and you're angry and frustrated, take a moment, calm yourself down, and then approach them and say, hey, Jimmy, hey, Susie, what were you hoping to accomplish by sending out that mass email to our entire database? That immediately is not going to put them on defense. It's going to make them think and reflect, and they're going to go into a reflective mode, and they're going to say, well, gosh, when I go back, my real heart and intention was to sell as much of this product as possible. I believe in the product. I'm excited about the product. And you recently gave me privilege to send out emails. And so I thought I would take some initiative. We've been talking about that in our team meetings. I took some initiative, and I did this, and I recognized I messed up big time. Now let me ask you a question. Do you want that person on your team? They said they took initiative. They wanted to make a lot of sales before the end of the year. They are excited about the new opportunities they have in the business. That's exactly the kind of person you want on your team. But if you judge them by their actions instead of their intentions, you may let go of them and fire them before you even get a chance to know them and develop them. And now you have an opportunity to coach this person and help them make better decisions the next time. You have a greater level of awareness of where they are at and what their awareness is at. So I want to encourage you to do that. Take some time. Ask the question. This is a coaching question. Ask the question, what were you trying to achieve? What were you hoping to achieve by making that decision? If you ask that question in your tool belt is going to make you a greater team leader immediately, starting today. So I hope that helps you today. Team leadership is something I do. I'd love to come into your organization and help you out, help you develop better strategies, and bring in some training where you can better coach your team and reach your organizational goals. So drewtjackson.com, contact me, and let's connect. Have a great day.